Alright guys, so since several of you did say that you would like me to do this reading for the obstacles that the divine masculines are facing when it comes to leaving the karmic partner, that's exactly what we're going to do today, alright? And I just want to say I am so happy because one of you lovely viewers, client and friend, sent me the Mystic Moon Twin Flame Oracle, the original deck. And I am just so excited to use it. I've wanted this for a long time actually, and so I am so grateful. Thank you so much. You know who you are. I know who you are. All right, so let's actually get started. Let's jump right into it and see what are the major obstacles that are keeping the divine masculines from leaving their karmic partner. And I do want to say that some of the things that are going to show up, they might overlap. So there might be overlapping energies with these obstacles that we're going to look into now. More than one might apply to your situation, and also not all of them are going to apply to your situation. All right, so you guys are going to have to kind of, maybe use a little bit of your intuition to kind of feel what, this one wanted to come out, what is true for your situation, for your divine masculine, okay? So, let's see. Ooh, okay. All right, so we have new direction, crossroads, conclusion, and offer. So I might actually pull a few more in a bit, but for right now, let's just stick to these four, and we're going to look at each one separately, okay? So, new direction. So for some of them, what does this mean? This means that they are scared of the unknown. They are scared of taking a new direction, okay? Let's get a little bit more information on this. So maybe this will help you to, if we get more information, it might help you to see if this is for your divine masculine or not. So, Spirit, let's clarify this. What is this about? So what I'm getting really is that for a lot of them, they're just so comfortable being somewhere where they know. Yeah, okay, 10 of Swords and 3 of Cups. So by taking this new direction, it means that they're going to have to face this pain. Because they don't know. They don't know what's in the unknown. And it's like the 3 of Cups here, what I'm getting is for some of them that have a family, all right, is what I'm getting here. That there's more than just, it's not just them and the karmic, it's them, the karmic, and another person, which is most likely a child. And they feel like by taking this step, by separating from the karmic partner, jumping into the unknown, they're going to kind of, they're feeling the sense of ruining something that they felt should have been happy. And they feel like they're going to ruin the happiness of the family unit or, of the child. And they're afraid of the pain that this is going to cause the karmic partner and the child, or, children, or whoever is involved in this dynamic. So jumping into the unknown, they're afraid of the newness of what this would entail because they don't know. They also don't know, by taking this new direction, not only how much pain they're going to cause their family, but how painful is it going to be for them having to deal with this, having to deal with this guilt. All right, so we have Temperance. It doesn't really matter right now if they're in reverse or not, so I'm just taking them all upright and taking the energy as it applies, because we're talking about obstacles. So obviously it's going to be, the obstacle energy of each card. So yeah, taking the new direction is going to make them feel like they might lose their balance. Okay, that they're going to lose this sense of like homeostasis, oh my gosh, okay, my English, you guys get what I'm saying, that they have created by living in a routine. With this Temperance card here, it's like, you know, they've been settling all this time, but even though they've been settling, it's a routine that they are used to and familiar with, and breaking away from that is going to make them feel like, okay, things are now shaky, and anytime something is shaky, it's scary. Okay, so this is, all of this falls under the umbrella of a fear of the unknown, of taking a new direction. We also have the Emperor and the Justice. So it's kind of like they feel like they're not strong enough. Like they don't embody the Emperor energy enough to be able to handle something new. They don't know what's waiting for them on the other side. And this is scaring them because they don't know if they're strong enough to be able to handle something that they don't know how to deal with. What they're dealing with right now in their in this family unit is familiar to them, and so they know how to be the Emperor. They know how to have control over their lives. They're fearing that once they leave, they're going to lose control. And they're, with Justice here, are they going to regret it? Is it a mistake? What if it's a mistake? Will they ever be able to go back? And even though, I mean, deep down, they know it's not a mistake. It's like they still have this sense in them that they just really want to make sure that they are fair. And like, again, that's why I'm saying I feel like this obstacle here applies more for those who are either married or who have children with their karmic partner. Okay, they really want to make sure that they are treating this person fairly, and that when they leave, they're not going to leave anybody feeling this pain of the Ten of Swords, and that they have been able to provide, you know, as much as they possibly can. So this is one of the obstacles, but you know, either way, they're going to have to overcome this. They're going to have to overcome this and realize that, you know, there's no need to be afraid of the unknown. Because just because you're familiar with something, yeah, you're familiar with it, and so therefore it comes easy to you to be there. Well, not that easy because they're miserable either way, we already know this. But it's familiar, and therefore it feels safe to them. They feel like they do have control, right? But it's also, they know for a fact that they're not happy here. So by staying here, it's like, you know, you're not happy. If you take this new direction, maybe you will, maybe you won't, right? In their minds. So why stay where it's a sure thing that you're miserable and not walk towards the unknown and see what else is out there, see how it will be. So this is the obstacle that they need to overcome for some of them. All right, so in the next group, and like I said, again, they can overlap, or, you know, more than one may apply to your situation. We have the Crossroads. So this is the Divine Masculine, who is just very, very indecisive. Okay, this is the person who just really, really can't make up their minds. So let's see. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use a different deck to make sure we have, I want to make sure we have all the cards in the deck. All right, Crossroads. So the difference between this person and the person in the first group, the masculine in the first group, is that the masculine in the first group, pretty much, it's not that they can't make up their minds. They know. It's like their mind is already made up. They're just scared of actually taking that step. Whereas this person, their obstacle is really making up their minds. Yeah, see? King of Swords. King of Swords. This is their obstacle, is becoming decisive. It's like this person likes staying in a, okay, yeah, 10 of Wands. This person likes staying in the in-between phase, where they're like, I don't have to make a decision yet, so I'm not going to. I'm going to prolong this for as long as possible so that I can avoid the uncomfortableness of having to make a decision, because making a decision is going to be uncomfortable. And, you know, I mean, they know what decision they're going to end up making if they do decide to make the decision. So actually, what they're indecisive about is actually making the decision. Whereas this person may have actually come to that decision, not necessarily, but they may have. They're just afraid of the new direction. This person is actually really, really scared of actually admitting to themselves that this isn't what they want with the karmic. It's like they would rather carry this burden of not being happy and of staying in the indecisiveness than to actually make a decision. Let's see what else. The moon. Yeah, see, this person is very, very fearful. Let's see. Why are they so scared? Why are they so scared of making a decision? Why are they so scared? Lovers, especially in reverse, again, not making a decision, right? Yeah, we know that. It's like they don't want to have to decide between two people. Why? It's like Spirit's just giving us what we already know. Because Spirit's like, well, you already know. Yeah, 5 of Wands, because it's causing them too much conflict. All right, so this person is afraid of the conflict that it's going to cause. And I feel like this conflict is going to be either with themselves, or they could even be afraid of possible competitiveness between the karmic and towards the divine feminine. So in this particular case, it could be that the karmic partner knows about the divine feminine, and the divine masculine just really wants to avoid like this type of competition from the karmic towards the feminine. It's like he would want, and I'm using he just to refer to the energy. It's like he would want there to be peace, and this is one thing that's keeping him from making this decision. And again, see, we have Temperance in this group as well, and we also have the Queen of Cups. So I'm getting that the divine masculines in this group are very emotional. I feel like they're just very emotional, and they tend to feel sorry for others very, very easily. And so, but in a distorted type of a way. Like it's not, it's more like thinking about the feelings or the effects on other people more so than their own happiness. And this is keeping them stuck and not wanting to make a decision. Right, that's why we have the Queen of Cups and the Temperance. It's like they can't just kind of find the middle ground. It's like they operate at extremes. And so because they operate at extremes, by staying in this indecisiveness, it's creating like a sense of safety for them. Like, you know, I don't have to make a decision just yet because I'm still able to function. So I'm just going to avoid making the decision because that's going to cause chaos. That's going to cause extreme emotions with Temperance and the Queen of Cups. It's going to cause extreme emotions because he's going to feel sorry for the karmic partner if he leaves. I feel like there's something more to be said about this one. Yeah, let me just get one more oracle card for this. Let's see. Storm warning. Yeah, see? Alright, so that just kind of confirms what I just said. They're afraid it's going to cause chaos. And so they're staying at the crossroads. It's like they're looking at the signs, you know? They're just standing right there, not choosing one way or the other to avoid chaos. So it's not even so much that this person is afraid of the unknown, it's that they just don't want to cause chaos. And having to choose will cause that for them. It's going to disrupt their sense of peace. Not that they're peaceful now. This is what they're not getting. That they're not peaceful now anyway. But again, it's like they feel like they would rather have this burden right now. They feel like it's going to be even less peaceful once this happens. And you know what? They're right. It is going to be for a while, because at the beginning, when they first leave the karmic, it is going to be disruptive. It is. It is going to be a storm. And that's what they're afraid of. That's what they're trying to avoid, and not making a decision. And, you know, I mean, all of this might sound silly to some people, but for the person who's actually going through this, right, the masculine, it's just something that's very, very like blown up in their mind. So for them, this is an actual challenge. This is an actual obstacle that they need to face. They need to face that. You know what? So what if there's going to be a storm? I can overcome the storm. So what if I'm going to hurt somebody's feelings? They have to get over it. I'm not responsible for this other person's life or for this person's happiness. The karmic partner is responsible for his or her own happiness and for his or her own strength in moving on as well. I'm not responsible for that. That's what they need to realize, that they're not responsible for the karmic partner. And therefore, once they realize that, they will be able to detach and move on. It's like they're worried about whether this karmic partner will be able to balance out after they make their decision. And that's keeping them stuck. So it's just a matter of time until they realize. We might actually get some future energies for each group actually at the end, okay? All right, so the next one here is conclusion. And what I'm getting with this is that something about them, it's like these masculines have a fear of closing the door completely on something, because they have a lot of what ifs in their minds, okay? So it's like with this key here, it's like once they feel like once they close that door, it's locked for good. And even though this isn't something that they want anyway, the fact that they're closing a door and locking it for good scares them, because there's going to be no going back once they're out of there. Let's see. Let me use a different deck. What is this about? Okay, we have the Three of Wands. Okay, I don't know why my camera decides to act up. So I was talking about this conclusion card. And basically it's like, okay, it's like having a fear of closing a chapter, of ending something and leaving it in the past. It's like a fear of releasing the past and not holding on to it anymore. I feel like this is for masculines who might just easily get attached to things, and so it's just hard for them to let go of anything that is in their past, and just being like, okay, you know, once this door is closed, it's locked forever and it's just done. And even if they don't want what's behind that door, it's just still kind of like, what, am I really going to leave all of that behind? So I'm getting that this is for masculines who may have been with this karmic partner for a while, and they have built things together, or they've had, you know, lots of memories together. So again, it could be somebody who is married, not necessarily, but I'm getting more the sense that it's most likely somebody who either gets attached very easily, or has been with this person for a long time, and they've just, you know, shared a lot of things together. And what I got for clarifying cards was the Three of Wands and the Moon. And what I'm getting with this is that, yeah, it's like once this door is closed, see how this guy's back is turned in the image, there is no going back. Their only other option now is to look into the future and wait. and only future. It's like this door is now gone. It's closed. It's like delete kind of a thing. And that, with the moon here, that's just really, really scary to them. So this is the obstacle for this person here. And again, it doesn't mean that it's a different person than this group or this group. Like I said, a lot of these could apply to the same masculine. It's just that for this person here, they need to overcome this sense of it's okay to release something. It's okay to let something go. It's always going to be a part of your past, and that's okay. So I do feel like whoever's in this group, this was not like just a superficial type of a relationship. I mean, there was something there, and just the fact that it's a karmic partner means that there was something there. I mean, they have karma, which means that, you know, there were lessons that needed to be learned. So, you know, this relationship, it may have been intense, or it may have been symbolic, or it may have been significant in their lives, but that's okay. You can still close the door to this, and that's the obstacle that they need to overcome here. All right, and then the last card we have here is offer. And I feel like I actually want to get one more for this one, just to kind of get the message a little bit more clearly. But what I'm really getting actually is that they feel like what they have to offer isn't enough for the Divine Feminine, and that's keeping them stuck. Let's see. Oh my gosh, yeah, see? Commitment. They feel like, not that they can't commit, but they feel like their offer of commitment to you isn't enough. We're going to clarify it. Okay, use a different deck. All right, let's see. It's kind of like their commitment to you isn't, they feel like that's not enough. Oh my gosh, 6 of Pentacles. I love how Spirit does that. Exactly what I'm saying. Such confirmation. They feel like they can't give to you, they can't offer you what you offer them. They can't offer you enough, that it's not balanced. They feel like they don't have as much to give to you as what you deserve, or as what you can give to them. This is the Divine Masculine who really sees their feminine, or, you know, you, as somebody so special, somebody so deserving. They have you up on such a high pedestal that they feel that they're just not worthy of you, and that this is going to, you know, affect the relationship or affect them. And even though they're not happy with the karmic partner, they feel like, well, that's what I deserve, because I'm just not good enough for my Divine Feminine. And therefore, their obstacle is to overcome their own self-worth issues in order to be able to leave the person that they're not happy with and move towards their Divine Feminine. And so in this group, this could be that this person is with a more superficial type of a connection right now, that the karmic partner, I mean, is a more superficial connection. It doesn't have to be long-term, it doesn't have to be marriage. It could be, but because for some of these, especially for group 1 and group 3, I was getting that there's definitely, like, this was like a long-term connection with the karmic. I feel like this group could be also somebody, a Divine Masculine, who's not in a long-term relationship, okay, with the karmic. And this could even be the case with group 2, but yeah. All right, so these are some of the obstacles. Let's get a couple more. I feel like there's more. Let's see. All right, Spirit, is there any more obstacles that you would like the viewers to know? Any more insights? Stuck. Seriously. And mute. I feel like these go together. All right, so yeah, obviously we know they're stuck, and it's kind of like saying, even the mute, it's kind of like they're so stuck that they feel like they're mute, that they can't do anything, they can't move, they can't speak, they can't express themselves and act based on what their true expression is. So some of them is just really feeling like there's no solution, that they just don't know how to get out of this. I think I've used almost all of my tarot decks for clarifying. Let's see, we'll use this one. Let me just shuffle it real quick. I haven't used this one in a while. All right. So this doesn't mean, like I said, they can overlap, right? Because all of these groups here are feeling stuck in a sense, but I feel more so that the emphasis here is that this person might not even feel, you know, sorry for the karmic, or might not even be afraid of the unknown. They might not have this self-worth issue, right, that this person here has. It's just really feeling like, shit, what do I do? I just feel stuck in this. And I just don't know how to get out. Let's see, why is this? All right, Seven of Pentacles. All right, so this person feels stuck because of some sort of an investment. So it could be that this masculine here is worried about the financial effects of having to, yeah, see Six of Pentacles and Queen of Cups. Okay, so this is the second time we're getting the Queen of Cups. So it's like they're feeling like there might be a financial strain either for them or for the karmic partner. And if it's for the karmic partner, yeah, okay, they do feel sorry for the karmic partner. Like they would not want to leave the karmic partner at a loss, or they're just feeling stuck because they're having a hard time really, with the Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, really balancing out their, making settlements either for houses or their finances, or maybe they have a business together, or anything that has to do with finances, or any sort of investments that they have made together, or maybe one of them owes the other one money, anything like that. And that's what's making them feel stuck, because they can't find a resolution for that. And so it's kind of like they feel like they're stuck together and mute because of that. Like they just can't do anything. All right. We will get one more. Let's just get one more and then maybe take a look at some of the future energies. Are there any more? Winter. Let's see, what else with this winter? Action. All right, so okay. All right, so the message that's coming through with this one is that of depression, that they're just feeling so depressed right now in their situation that that's keeping them from taking action, because they just it's kind of like they feel defeated. Yeah. All right. Let's get. All right. I'm just gonna use. Let's see. We'll use this one. Let's get some details on this. Yeah, see, the sun. Okay, this is such confirmation to what I just said with the winter card being depression. All right, because don't forget, like I said, it's obstacles. So this is why we're taking the obstacle energy of each tarot card. All right, so this is definitely the depressed divine masculine here, and this is the obstacle that they're going to need to overcome. All right, yeah, so, because I didn't say it for this group. So the obstacle that the previous group needs to overcome is figuring out the financial situation. Making financial settlements with the karmic partner in order for them to move out. So this is more of a practical type of an energy here, or of an obstacle here, okay? Whereas this one is emotional. Let's see. It's kind of like their depression is, what's the word? Guys, my English has seriously gotten so bad. I've been living in Europe, specifically in Greece, for like 20 years. Disabilitating. Am I saying that correctly? You guys can let me know. So yeah, but basically it's their depression is hindering them from being able to, just as I was about to say that sentence, keeping them from being able to move away from the karmic. Six of Swords. They cannot leave this behind right now. It's a challenge for them because they're depressed and they can't take this action of the Six of Swords. They can't move to calmer waters. Why? Because they can't even move themselves to calmer waters emotionally right now because they're so depressed. Let's get more information on this. Why are they depressed? Well, obviously, we can kind of pretty much assume why they're depressed. Two of Pentacles, because they're overwhelmed by having to juggle, because they're thinking about and contemplating about what it is that they want to do, and they're thinking about their feminine. It's like they're trying to manage both energies, like what am I going to do about my divine feminine? What am I going to do about the karmic? I can't manage this. This is overwhelming. It's making them depressed and therefore keeping them stagnant and keeping them from being able to move forward. So this is the obstacle here. I honestly don't feel like I'm telling you guys anything that you probably don't already know. So I'm just hoping that this is more like, I don't know, just confirmation for what you may have been feeling intuitively for your divine masculines. And maybe it just helps to confirm your intuition, or just discussing it, you know. Here in the video might just be some sort of, I don't know, support, I guess. All right, so let's look at future energies for each of these groups. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to keep the major, just the major themes so we don't get all confused here. All right, so we have the masculine who's afraid of the unknown, the masculine who is fearful of making a decision. Just want to make sure, yeah. We have the masculine who is afraid of closing the door to the past and is afraid of the storm that it's going to cause. So I'm actually going to keep this oracle card here with that. I don't know what these were for. And then we have the one who feels like they don't have much to offer or enough to offer to the divine feminine, and so they're just staying with the karmic. And then we have the masculines who are stuck because of, like, this is so funny because, I mean, this was for the financial. It's like they're literally like stuck. You see how this car is like stuck? It's like a practical thing. The person in this image, you know, their car is stuck. They can't get out, and it's a practical issue, right? And it's funny how that's exactly what the clarification cards were. They were practical financial issue cards. All right, and then we have the depressed divine masculine. All right, so let's just get a couple of cards for future energies for each of them, and I'm going to use this stick here. All right, just a quick shuffle. can be any future energies or any, or just any message that Spirit wants you to know. If you feel like any of these resonated with your situation and with your Divine Masculine. All right, so we're going to start with the first one, which is the masculines who are afraid of the unknown, Spirit. What is the near future energy for these masculines? All right, anything else? All right, we got the High Priestess. We got the High Priestess, so this is actually very promising, okay, guys? This means that the person, the masculine who is afraid of the unknown is going to tap into their intuition, and they're going to tap into their higher self and follow their intuition, because their intuition is pushing them towards this new direction, okay? Let's see if there's anything else. So it's kind of like their intuition is telling them to go for it. Their fear is what's holding them back, but ultimately, oh guys, okay, look at the card that flew out, the Lovers. They're gonna follow their intuition and move towards who they feel is the person that they're meant to be with. They're gonna move towards love. They're following their intuition towards love, and they're gonna walk towards this new direction, okay? Awesome. I'm so happy about that. So if you know that your masculine is just afraid of the unknown, well, there you go. This is what they're moving towards. All right, so group number 2, the ones who are afraid of actually making a decision, the ones who just feel comfortable staying in stagnancy and not having to have that responsibility. All right, so for the future energies, I am taking reversals because it could go either way. It's not an obstacle. So we have the Knight of Cups in reverse, but we also have the Fool. Okay, so what does this mean? This means that for this group, it might take them, and obviously I know that your masculine could be in both groups, but it doesn't matter, okay? Just take the messages as they resonate. So for this person who is also afraid of making the decision, it might take them a little bit longer, but they are going to take this leap of faith, okay? This is somebody who takes a risk, so they're just going to have to take that risk, and they're going to have to jump either one way or the other. So let's see. And I do feel like, you know, I mean, obviously with the Fool being here, it's them, the decision and the path that's the one they're going to take is the one that's going to be the risk, right? And that path is to actually leave the karmic partner, because otherwise it wouldn't be the Fool energy if they're just deciding to stay there. All right, yeah, see, we have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, and I'm just really getting that this has to do with the karmic partner, that they're just not gonna, it's like they've been in this energy of not working and not putting an effort, and I do feel like it is gonna take them a little while. All right, so this is actually them being stuck at this crossroads for a little while longer, but ultimately they are gonna take this, this leap of faith and put in the effort. They're going to have to put in this effort to make a decision regardless, okay? I mean, it's only a matter of time. They can only stay at these crossroads for so long before they have to choose one or the other. I just feel like it's taking a little bit longer for this group than for the first group. All right, so if you feel like your masculine is in both groups, well, I don't know. It's probably going to take them a little while longer if they're also feeling stuck because of not wanting to make a decision. All right, let's see the next one, which is the masculine who doesn't want to completely close the door to the past, or is afraid of doing so because of the storm that it's going to cause. Let's see. All right, we have the Star. And what else? And we have the Four of Wands in reverse. So what I'm getting with this is actually, this isn't their divine feminine. They have hope, okay? So they're healing. And what it is that they're healing is their past. This is why this is in reverse. They're healing the fact that the home that they have now, because remember how I said that in this group is, the masculines in this group are those who have probably been in this relationship with the karmic partner for a while. That's why we have the Four of Wands. And it's in reverse because this is what their connection is like. But basically what they're doing is they need to heal this. They're healing the past, right? Because the Star is a card of healing. Let's see. Yeah. And the King of Swords. So they're going to become decisive. This is really good. They're going to become decisive, and they're not only decisive, but I feel like the King of Swords here is also somebody who's going to be, you know, very, not stern, but like, you know what? I don't need to be so sentimental about the past, right? The King of Swords is not sentimental. The King of Swords is more cut and dry, decisive, and just more rational, not so much in their feels. And because this was a person, you know, who is a little sentimental, like, oh my gosh, am I really going to close the door on everything I've built? Yeah, here they are becoming the King of Swords. Like, no, it's okay. I'm strong. I can handle the storm that this is going to create. I can leave this foundation that I've built behind. And that's why it's in reverse. I can heal that. I can move on. And actually a card just fell, which is the one I just put back here, and it's Justice. All right, which is also a card of divorce, as you guys probably know, and legal contracts. So this is why I'm saying I do feel like this group here was someone that very likely could have been married to this person. And yeah, all right, enough said. All right, let's see, let's use a different card. All right, so for the group that has the self-worth issue and that they feel that they don't have enough to offer the feminine, what is the outcome or future for this group? Okay, we have the High Priestess in reverse. Let's see what else. And the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, that's good. And Strength. Okay, good. All right, so for this group here, so yeah, it might take them a while as well to kind of really find themselves and tap into their intuition and into their deeper knowing about their self-worth, but ultimately that is where they're moving, okay? Because we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. All right, so it does look like they can overcome this this challenge as well. I mean, they all will, right? I mean, I already know that pretty much we're gonna probably get very similar energies for all groups. So this is just more like, you know, support and encouragement for you guys. It's just a matter of time. So yeah, this group, they're gonna come out of this victim mentality, because if they're feeling a low sense of self-worth and that they don't have much to offer you, that's being the victim, right? That's the Five of Pentacles energy. But it's in reverse. Also with Strength. Okay? So they are going to overcome this victim mentality. They are going to find the strength and find their self-worth. It's just that we do have the High Priestess in reverse, which, I mean, it could also be them coming out of any type of secrecy or keeping things to themselves. So actually, you know what? We're going to clarify that High Priestess in reverse for you. Let's see. Why is the High Priestess in reverse here? Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. Okay, yeah, so it is what I said in the beginning, that it's just taking them a little bit longer to tap into their intuition and into their deep knowing, okay, about their self-worth, but they are working on it. They are doing that, okay? But this is why we have the Knight of Pentacles, because they are working on it, but just slowly and steadily, and finding their spiritual strength with the Nine of Wands here. Okay, so this is what they're moving slowly towards. So, yeah, see? They are all working on it. I feel like, so far, the one that I feel is going to have the hardest time is actually the one in the second group. But that doesn't mean that they're not going to overcome it, okay? All right, let's move on to the next group. Use this deck. All right, so this is the group that's stuck, mostly for practical reasons. Like, they're literally stuck. It's not even an emotional thing. It's not a mental thing. We have the Seven of Pentacles again. Guys, I can't make this up, right? This was the first clarifying card that we got before when I clarified this group. All right, so this is coming up in their future energy as well. So let's actually see. What with this Seven of Pentacles already? Investments and money and planting seeds. All right, we have the King of Wands in reverse. All right, and the Ace of Wands. All right, so these guys here are having a little bit of a hard time too figuring this out. Okay, but we did get the Seven of Pentacles upright, so that's a good sign. However, we do have the King of Wands in reverse, so I feel like it might take them, it's going to take some effort. It's going to take a lot of effort for them to really figure this out and resolve these issues. I mean, I don't know, I guess they must be pretty complicated for most of you. But we also do have the Ace of Wands, which is really good because this is a card of new potential, creative ideas, and so I feel like they are finding creative solutions to whatever these problems are. It's just that before they get to this point, they still need to overcome certain obstacles because we have the King of Wands in reverse first. Okay, so but they are going to do it. They are going to do it. All right. Let's see. The last group here is the depressed Divine Masculine. Let's see. All right, seriously, the Five of Cups, depression again. All right, so yeah, it looks like in the future, in the near future at least, okay? Because I do feel like a lot of this is like a progression. That they're still staying a little bit in this sadness. Yeah, okay, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Let's see, what else? One more, please. And the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And then the Queen of Swords, okay. I wasn't going to get a fourth one, but she flipped over, so I decided to take her. And I feel like I was meant to. So, yeah, all right. So for these guys here, yeah, okay. So their challenge is to really overcome this these feelings of depression, these feelings of sadness. It's like they're feeling sorry for themselves, and they just need to pick themselves, up from this energy. But what I'm getting for them is that actually because of the depression, this is killing their karmic relationship at a quicker pace, actually. It's like they're really feeling the misery of this commitment, and this is why it's in reverse. So yeah, they're sad. Their karmic relationship is pretty much being destructed. They're not able to offer anything actually to this person. Not that the other ones are, but here it's just being stressed. They're being the Page of Pentacles in reverse, just really, really not doing anything. I feel like this Divine Masculine is so depressed that they're just kind of like sleeping, eating, going to work, and that's it. And then it's like they're not even there. But with the Queen of Swords, she flipped out at the end, and I'm glad she did, because they're gaining control. They're going to gain control, okay? But this is just a little bit further into the future because it's the last card out. It's like they're going to gain clarity over the situation, and they're going to become just more, I don't want to say decisive because it's not decisive, but they're just going to become more like, determined for what they want. More certain about themselves and more ready to take action with the Queen of Swords. Like they're going to come out of this. I mean, the Queen of Swords does not stay in a Five of Cups type of an energy. The Queen of Swords does not feel sorry for herself. And this is exactly what's going to happen with these masculines. They're going to pull out of this. And once they do, they're cutting out this karmic relationship. Okay? All right. So I think that's enough about all that. Let's just get any final messages for the feminines that are watching this video. Any messages from Spirit? Let's see. Thinker. So this card, this Thinker card, and seriously, soulmate. All right, so what I was about to say is that this Thinker card is not a message for you to, be in your headspace and, be all in your thinking or whatever. No, this card is all about taking things at face value. Things are what they seem to be. You don't need to overthink things. You don't need to overanalyze things. If you feel like this person is your soulmate or your twin flame, a divine connection, it is, okay? If this reading was resonating for you and you're kind of like wondering, you know what? This is encouragement and support right here from the divine, showing you that yes, this is a divine connection, and these are obstacles, but they are moving in the right way, okay? Don't overthink things. Don't, read too deeply into certain things. Take things at face value. Whichever group you felt resonated for you, that's the one that your masculine is in, okay? And if it resonated, this person is your soulmate or your twin flame. All right, so let's... Because I just love this deck so much, I'm so excited that I got it. Let's just pull one more from this deck for the lovely feminines. And we have, communication. So I feel like, communication might be on the horizon for a lot of you. Muse. Let's get one more. Two more wanted to come out. Okay, good. Communication, Muse, numbing, and family. All right, so some of you might, if you're not in communication, I feel like you might get some communication either from your divine masculines or you might actually communicate with them. And I feel like that you will sense that they see you as their muse, that you do give them inspiration. I feel like this is a time of actually being honest and communicating honestly. Just kind of stripping away ego and just really truly being honest about your feelings, because this will, if you do get a chance to talk to them, because I know some of you are in communication, this will inspire them. okay, to move forward. And then we have numbing, and I feel like, yeah, right now, this is something that both you and your masculines might be doing, okay? I feel like the feminine especially has been in a state of numbness, almost because of having waited so long, and because of having been hurt either so many times or just repeatedly for so long that they're in a state of numbing. And I feel like it's like it's the same for the masculines, but they are coming out of it, okay? And it's like Spirit is saying, you know, you don't need to numb yourself. You don't need to do this. Like, just be real. You know, you are their muse and you are their inspiration. And then we have family at the end. So this is just a confirmation that, yes, you can have a family with this person. And even if family just means you and them, it doesn't necessarily have to mean children. It's family, okay? So we're just going to close off with just one card from the Romance Angels. Let's see. Okay, and we have, I feel like this one dropped out by mistake, actually. But we have romantic feelings. All right, so just know that this is still there from your Divine Masculine to you. But I'm actually going to keep this card because what I'm getting here is, yeah, the reason why I felt it was by mistake is because it was trying to get my attention for something else. With this numbing card, I feel like this was just another, Spirit is saying that this was another obstacle. That for some of them it is codependency. It is codependency or dependency or an addiction. Okay, so it could be codependency to the karmic for whatever reason. It could be emotional, it could be practical, it could be anything. It could be, you know, maybe that they feel like they can't organize their lives, or they can't be independent without this person because maybe the karmic partner mothers them. So this actually would be a different group altogether. Yeah, Spirit was just trying to get my attention with that. Wow, that's interesting. Sorry guys, just give me a sec. Yeah, and for some of them, it could be drugs or alcohol, and this is what is holding them back. So it's not to say that what I said before isn't true as well about the numbing, about the feminines feeling numb. Okay, that is true, but this is just like an extra message, and I got it with this as well. So, you know, we need to look into the, just real quick. Let's see. Because I looked into the future energies for all the other groups, so it wouldn't be fair to not look into it for this group. So, yeah, sorry guys. I feel like I did things out of order now. Oh, okay, we have the 10 of Cups. Oops. Okay, and the 4 of Swords. All right, this one was here. So, yeah, if you feel like your masculine is in this group, right, if they have whatever type of an addiction, it doesn't have to be drugs or alcohol, it could be anything, okay? So you would know what that is. It could be gambling. Whatever it is, though, they are going to come out of it, okay? We have 10 of Cups. They are going to move towards their own fulfillment from themselves and not having to be dependent on something that is toxic for them in order to feel fulfilled, all right? And that's why we have the 10 of Cups here. And that's also why we have the 4 of Swords, which is that of healing. So whatever this thing is, they are going to heal it, okay? So if you were worried, if your masculine has any type of addiction or any type of dependency, if you were worried that they're not going to be able to overcome it, they will. All right, 10 of Cups and 4 of Swords. It's pretty clear. All right, so yeah, so with this last card here that we got from the Romance Angels, right, romantic feelings, this is just your masculine's higher selves telling you that they do have these feelings for you, okay? Just don't ever let doubt tell you that they don't. Okay, the connection is definitely still there. They see you as their muse, and you will most likely get, I feel like for a lot of you, you're going to have some sort of a communication, or you're going to get some sort of a sign or a message that's going to let you know this, okay? All right, so that is it for this video. Sorry I made a mess out of it here at the end, guys, but that's just how the message came through. So I'm going to leave it at that, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much. Bye.